For the first time since their championship run in the playoffs, the Buccaneers sail across the Gulf to New Orleans. The Saints look to sink the reigning champs. Next on EA Sports.
From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Leading them out, their quarterback from the University of Nevada, it's Colin Kaepernick.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other two-thirds, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 16 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. Kaepernick now to throw. Able to hit his target man. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
To throw, Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw is Kaepernick. Looking deep downfield. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Kaepernick. They set up the screen for Henry. Nifty move. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A first down carry for Henry. Shedding through the defense. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Henry again on 2nd down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
After the penalty, it's Henry. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. On 2nd down, here's Henry. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And Gano's kick is right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick in April's draft, the rookie from North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions.
No,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. Because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Throwing his Lance on third down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Now flags will come in, and I think this is against the Saints up front. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 11.
Now Kaepernick.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brings up third and 8.
From the gun on third down, Kaepernick.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
Yeah, they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Lance now to throw.
And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
From the gun, it's Lance.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Pat Freiermuth.
79 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm, too, and he showed it off here.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. and their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Saints 3.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish. But you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. And he slings one that's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw, Kaepernick. And caught by Henry. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now Kaepernick. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he is out of bounds, but not before it's inside the 30.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 21. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. On the counter, it's Henry. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Henry, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Buccaneers.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th. They'll run. It's Henry. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their 1st touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And Lance's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
1st down, Buccaneers.
On play action, Lance. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception of the 1st. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lance. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Here's Connor on the read option. A 1st down for Connor and then some. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Emmanuel Agba there on the stop.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Going deep here for Parker. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his zone defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Throwing now is Lance.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Kaepernick to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone.
It's now 4th down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
To throw, it's Lance. Connection made with Chenault.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Now the Saints coming back out, ready to go for this next drive.
And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
Throwing his Kaepernick on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
The Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time for... And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 99 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Kaepernick now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Kaepernick going to throw. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 17.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bullet. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make a play? Because he's made all the plays so far. So I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. To throw, it's Kaepernick. This will be caught. Judy. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 22.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kaepernick. He goes to Lamb again. This time he's got it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Kaepernick. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Connor. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lance. Man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
He's got his tight end Fryermuth right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 24 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Meanwhile, Lance's throw here taken in by Parker. And down inside the 15 he goes. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Lance now to throw. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. And Gay knocks this one through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now Kaepernick. Hard throw, incomplete. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game, but that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. An option handoff given to Connor. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Here's Connor. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. On second down, here's the option. The 20. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 9. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And to anyone who gets concerned when they see a quarterback running with the football, you just let him be himself. Let him be him. And I guess what you'd say there is, hard to hit, but you can't catch.
And now they'll throw with Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On second and goal, here's the option. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Lance now on third and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Trey Lance, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. To throw, Kaepernick. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to. But a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, it would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Henry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7 from the 20.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run it again with Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
To throw is Kaepernick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
For the Saints field goal, a 27-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a gain of 35.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. From midfield, here's Lance. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. Touchdown! It's complete. Devontae Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot. And he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Kaepernick now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete to Judy. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 114 yards on the ground for him so far.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Kaepernick going to throw.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, wide open, complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone now, Kaepernick. And right side, Henry's got it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
A give to Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. On 2nd and 9, Lance. And he finds Parker here, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 17-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the draw, Connor trucks over him. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Chase Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Gay's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. This will go to Henry out wide. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. Now he steps away. Open man. He completes it to Judy. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2nd down and 4. They'll run with Henry. A beautiful fake. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. This is Henry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Kaepernick. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. He's got this one completed to Mims. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll go option to the short side. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Lance to throw it. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. That's complete to Lamb. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Able to find Judy. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now Kaepernick again. To Boyle here over the middle. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. A check down here for Henry. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At the 40-yard line, 2 yards on the pickup.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Now Kaepernick, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the 1st half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the 2nd half.
So for the Buccaneers, they get a much-needed victory to get to 3-5 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.